I just arrived home from the hospital, and on the way home I get a call that they're gonna come and fix this kitchen or change all of the door in the kitchen tomorrow. And it's quite late already now. I think it's soon 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I have a lot of things to do, and of course me and the time again. I don't think it's gonna take more than 1 hour to empty it, because it is quite minimal. But I still have to do it today because I want them to come and fix it tomorrow. But first I have to eat some dinner and then start to empty this. I have been eating my dinner. It's time to empty the kitchen. I'm happy to be organized. I just have to lift the container out. And of course, my two biggest supporter in all videos is right beside me. Or actually, my biggest supporter is Nelly. I still haven't found anything to put in these two. One empty. It's the dog you hear in the background. They fight again or play, I don't know what they do. Really want to organize in here. This is like the cabinet where we put everything we don't know where we're gonna have. And this is not working for me, and this is not working for anyone. So I really looking forward to organize in this one and see if I'm gonna reduce something from here, change something. Yeah, I'm just happy to tackle this cabinet. Working with the disaster cabinet, and I didn't know that I didn't press play on the camera when I was talking about the mess in here and how it looked like, and that I don't like it, it's not working for me, and it's not so much left there, but I find a cookie in there. So I think it speaks for itself, it's not working. Dusty. Now I'm tired. Now I'm really tired, and it's so hot in here. I still have stuff in here that I have to empty. And I still have all of these drawers that I have to empty. And I have to take away all the thing on the countertops because they're gonna change this also. But I collected all the food here. It's a little bit more stuff than only the food. But this is the food I had in this kitchen, which is everything I have. Then now it's gonna be dark. I put stuff here, I put stuff here, and I put stuff here. And also I took all the medicines in to the bedroom and put them on the dresser. So yeah, this is a mountain. And I just want to say this took me 50 minutes, so I have 10 minutes left on my hour. But I went so dizzy in my head, so I have to stop now because I feel I'm gonna faint. The kitchen is empty. I emptied out everything beside these two pieces. So everything here is empty. Down here, in all of them, and in all of them. This is more than food now, but this is beside the micro. This is probably 10% here who is not food. I have stuff here, 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 also here. Put the trash here, also cleaning supplies, garbage, put stuff here. And I put stuff here, all the medicine, the plastic containers, plastic, and my baking machine. And this was actually everything I showed you now that I have. So the biggest pile is food, or I should say it's like half. And I'm going to get through all of them and look if it's something that I can declutter when I have taken everything out. And I'm also gonna, of course, when they have done the kitchen, gonna clean it before I start to put things back. The kitchen is done. This is how it looks like now. And it's gray instead of white, and it's wood. It's wood instead of white. I like it. And yes, I agree with my daughter when she say gray gonna make it little dark. It is little dark, but I think it's okay. Now I just have to clean everything out. I can't touch this one today because they put a note here that is silicone, so I need to let it dry till tomorrow. But I think I can clean out all of them and start to organize it and perhaps find a better solution for some of the problems that I was seeing. So I hope that. I started to organize my kitchen now, and I'm not gonna show everything on camera because it's gonna take too long time. But I want to say also, and I'm gonna show you some pieces where I'm going to change in the cupboard. But as you go through your kitchen, look for old items. I find a bunch of baking stuff who is old that I can take out. I'm sorry for the light. I have to have the light in the roof because it's starting to get dark outside. I was thinking I'm gonna tackle my disaster cabinet here. I know I have some stuff I want to have in here. I have some spices who can't be in here because this is not deep. So I have to have it in here. And besides that, I think I'm going to try to have the plastic stuff in here, like the food boxes, and I'm going to see how this looks like, because that food boxes, I have moved them around. I don't find a good place for them. Either way where I put them, it looks like shit. I'm gonna try it in here and we see. But first I'm gonna start putting the things I know 100% sure are gonna be in here. Spices, potato. We also store our garlic in here. Maybe I have to put them with the potato. If you know that this is not good, please put a comment. Or else I'm gonna store them in here together. I have one more lid than I have a container, so I think I'm gonna save it. I was thinking I'm gonna take it out, but I'm actually gonna save it because I have exactly the same lid here but round, and the lid broke. And it should be a waste of money to throw out the lid if one broke, because I have one more lid than I have the container. And I want to say also, if you look for other minimalist videos on YouTube, you're going to see that almost all of them say put them like this, one and one. And the reason for that people say that, is because then you know that you have a lid to the container. The thing is that I think it takes a lot of space to put it like this, and I am so organized, even if I have to say that this just have not been organized, but I'm so organized that I don't have to look for a lid to matches my box. Therefore, I don't have to put them like this. I can put them together, because either way I store them like this. If you have a problem to find a lid to a container, then I recommend that you store them together, that you have the lid over the container, because then you never have a problem to find something to put stuff in. But if you are like me, that you have control over what you have, I should say store them like this, because it takes smaller place. If I store them now one and one, I should have a big problem to fit them in here. And if I store them like this, if I have a good luck, it's gonna fit in there. This fits actually pretty well in here. I have more of this one, but it's in the freezer right now with food in it. But I'm quite pleased with that. And I hope it works out for us. Find a smaller piece. Have to make room for them also, because the important thing for me is that I store them together. I put the one with the red lid up there, and then the small one over this one. I hope I don't find anyone more. Nilo just told, you put a piece of paper in here, put this on, and you take this to the ocean. And this is gonna come to someone. I don't think this is gonna keep the water out. Good morning. It's a new day and it's time to continue with the kitchen, and I have this left to make place for. I have this here left, but all of this stuff beside this one gonna go in the drawer. And then I have this left to store also. And then also I have some dishes here that I either reused or I just find them that they have to be cleaned. They are here. And also some old baking stuff I find yesterday. I organized in here yesterday. But now I need to see where I gonna put all of this food who is left here. And I think I'm going to try to have them here instead of down here that we had from the beginning. We also had pasta up here, but I think even if it's too high, I think I'm gonna try to have the microwave up here because it looks so ugly when it's here. And I want to make something else out of this space. But we see maybe it's not working to put the micro up here, and maybe it is just gonna be too high to use it. But we see. Let's try. I don't like this either, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't like this place who is in the corner where you can't see anything. I don't like it. And now I am confused what I'm going to do. Right now I just try to think where I'm gonna have everything. It doesn't matter where I put the things. I am not happy with it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have put the micro in here. Can actually open it. It looks like shit inside. I just realized I have to buy a new one because I can't clean this. It's so dirty, I can't clean it. But this takes up the whole space here. I can't put anything in here, and before we had all the pasta in here. But this free up space on the countertops, and that is my goal, to don't have so much on the countertops because for me it looks cluttered. But I sit here and I don't know what to do. I am in and out of what I'm going to do, and this is not working for me either. Either way, where I put the food is not working for me. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I liked in our other apartment, the one we had before we moved here, that we had a place where we could store all the food. And in the other one, we had like a storage space for the food. And here I have to put food little everywhere. And I don't like that, because that's, when you have it little everywhere, it's going to be that you buy duplicates. Because you have to look in all places and you're gonna miss something instead of just looking in one places. And this I see, I have duplicates of stuff because I don't find them when I have to look to 5 different places to find what I need. I think I'm gonna start put up stuff here that I know that I want to save but not use so much. So up here is not gonna be food, what I was thinking. So I'm gonna start doing that now. I like this one. This is like the ocean, but I never use it, and I feel like it's hard to put some food in it. I feel this is more like a decorate piece, because then I have this one is like the same size, and this is a gift from my sister when she was in Venedig. So this is Murano glass from Italy. So this is a little more quality. I think I paid like 49 krona for this one. But I really like them, but I don't need 2 in the same size when I don't use either of them so often, because I don't find when I'm going to use this. And my daughter asked me yesterday, what you use it for? I was like, maybe cream, if you want to put the cream in something nice when you have guests. I don't know, I need to find something to use this for, because it is a gift, and because it is high quality on this one, I don't gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna put this over here. Because this is also blue and also from my sister. And this we use when we want to put the dinner a little nicer. But this, I have to think about this, because it's no idea to store it if I'm not gonna use it, either way, if I like it or not, because I don't see myself using this for food. Maybe in the future, but right now I don't do that. And then I have this one. This is Costa Boda. So I think I paid 500 for this one. I bought the same for my mother. This also I see I have to clean. But this is the same. This I never use. And I had this on the table before. Like my mother, she had this on the table. But I don't see myself have this on a table. So maybe I try to sell this one. I need to decide about this one and this one. Either way, both of them I paid for myself. So I also find a frying pan that is old, so I'm gonna take this away also. Put liked items together. This is what I try to do, but I not have place for this one and this one where I have the other one in here. So I have to have this type in 2 places. I feel I also have stuff here, but this is more for baking. But I feel I can't put this kitchen together like I want this, and I start to be irritated, angry at myself, and I don't know, this takes too long time and I don't know what I'm doing. It's not perfect, but this is what I have left on the kitchen table. This is what I stored here. A different bunch of containers, bread. And down here I store pasta and taco and oil, because this is too tall to put up there. So I need to take care of this. We're gonna clean everything here. Like everything here. Have to take care of the rest here. And then I have the stuff here who's gonna go in the drawer. This is what I'm gonna get rid of, or this was salt inside, it's empty. This is old, I need to take it to trash. This is broken. This is also, I can say like broken, but yeah, you know what I mean. This is donation. I don't see myself use this. I don't even understand how I'm gonna use this. I get this for Christmas, but yeah, I don't understand this one. And this tree thing I have to think about.